Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Asad Yaqub, and in this video I'm gonna tell you how to attempt your IELTS test. Many students get confused on test day, and because of such type of confusion they underperform. And the students who are confident, they outperform actually. So I want you all to outperform, and after watching this video you will be able to outperform in IELTS. I mean, you are going to go beyond your capacities and capabilities in IELTS test. Okay. Well guys, planning is very important, and the way you move in your IELTS exam, actual test, I mean the way you move ahead, it's very, very important. The first thing is, when they give you the reporting time, try to reach there on the reporting time. Don't try to reach there in time. Okay, because the students who reach there in time, after that when the test starts, they feel lethargic or they feel sleepy and all that. You should not be hungry or thirsty, and you should not be overeaten or over drunk liquids, water like that. Okay, overeaten, over drunk, right? Because you know, if you go with a lot of food stuff in your stomach or a lot of water liquids in your stomach, most definitely you're likely to go to the washroom, and then you're gonna what do you say, burp in the exams and all that. Yeah, I'll not use the other word. So be careful with that. Okay. Now listen, IELTS test usually starts with listening in Pakistan. In India, they start the test with writing. So whatever the module is, don't worry, just follow it module wise and you're gonna be fine. Okay, let's start with listening, because for the most part it is still listening. British Council is conducting listening, reading, writing, and IDP is conducting writing, listening and reading. But anyways, there's no problem. Okay. Now let's talk about listening. In the listening test, they're going to give you a pair of headphones, and they're going to check audio test and all that. They will play the audios and all that, and they will check the audio. You can adjust the volumes and you can adjust your head as per the headphones, because they are infrared headphones, not the Wi-Fi ones. So you need to see how your headphone communicates with the main infrared device and all that. After that, when they give you the answer sheet, they spend quite a long time telling you how to fill in the answer sheet and all that. I'm not going to go into that. The listening test is on your table. It's upside down. And when the examiner announces and plays the audio, and then you can pick up your listening test. As you pick up your listening test, within 10 to 15 seconds, you are going to do a quick review of that day listening. Part 1, type of questions. Part 2, type of questions. Part 3, type of questions. And Part 4, type of questions, right? And by the way, initially, they spend a lot of time telling you Cambridge IELTS listening by the University of Cambridge and ESOL examination and all that. You're going to listen to a number of different recordings, and you will have time to read the questions and check your answers. All the recordings will be played once only. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to try. No. Long audio like this. Now, some innocent students who are ducks, they just listen to the audio. Cambridge IELTS test. Half minute to read the questions, half minute to check the answers. You're not going to be a duck. You're going to be a fox, right? What you have to do, you got to spend this time reviewing the test and then stay on part 4, because part 4 is the part where they'll give you 1 minute and you got to read all the questions and all that. So just try to read 4-5 questions of part 4. Okay, and I would advise you not to read the first 4-5 questions. Questions 35 to 40, 36 to 40. You can see where there is the heading. Just read the last 4-5 questions. And when they say section 1, then immediately come back to section 1. Right? IDP people will not stop you. I asked one of the guys here, he said we don't mind. Students are on section 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't mind. Okay, so they should not mind it. When they say section 1, now you come to section 1 and they're going to say you're going to listen to a conversation between a house renting agent and a student who wants to rent a house. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5. Take a look at questions 1 to 5. read the questions carefully, and if you follow my videos, you know how to read the questions carefully, what to read, what to focus, synonyms, language of question booklet, language of audio, what can you anticipate against the word given in the question booklet, and all that. Those who watch my videos regularly, they get more than 8 band in listening. I've received many TRFs as well, okay? So, you got to just do that in half minute, and then they will play the audio, questions 1 to 5, and you got to go on and do it. Then again they will say you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. You know, some students, they will read questions 1 to 5 quickly, and then 10 seconds they're looking around here and there. Say, oh, Kajal is there as well. Ah, a new bird there. You know what do I mean by new bird? If you understand, comment this video, right? So, I mean, you need to spend this time reading. If you've read all the questions, then reread them. Okay? And one more thing, with the help of one hand, you have to actually, catch the audio. And this hand is going to write the answer. This hand will follow the audio, where the audio reaches. I use the word track the audio. With one hand, you're going to track the audio. With one hand, you're going to write the question. Because on the question booklet, there is some information with the questions and there is some information without the questions. That information is to track the audio. So this hand, this finger will track the audio. And this hand will write the answer. Tracking the audio, writing the answer, tracking the audio. Now audio is here. Now audio is here and there is a question. Write the answer. Now audio is here. Now audio is here and there is a question. Okay. So like this you got to do. When you practice, solve 4 or 5 tests with left hand, track the audio if you're a right hander. And with right hand, you can write your answer. So like this, at the end of listening section 1, they will say you now have half a minute to check your answers. There is nothing to check. If you want to check, you can check. When they give you 10 minutes time to transfer your answers to the answer sheet, you can check them there, right? Then they say, oh, at this time, you need to move to part 2. When they say you now have half a minute to check your answers, forget about that and move to part 2. Now half minute here and half minute there, you have 1 minute so that you could read the questions comfortably. Questions 11 to 15 or questions 11 to 16 or whatever they say, start reading the questions. Then they will start with part 2. Again, one hand to track the audio, one hand to write the answers and all that. And when they finish part 2, again they will say you now have half a minute to check your answers and you're going to jump to part 3. The most confusing part of IELTS listening is part 3. Why? Because of multiple choice questions, because of matching type of questions, because of double multiple choice questions. So you need to read part 3 questions and spend around a minute, half minute from the previous part and half minute here and read the questions very, very carefully, underlining, encircling important details the way I do in my videos, and you're going to be fine with that. And after that, when they say that is the end of part 3, you now have half a minute to check your answers, spend that time on part 4. And you know already that questions 36 to 40, you read it already. So, and you've reviewed the whole listening test already. So you'll be very, very comfortable and familiar with your IELTS listening test. When they say that is the end of IELTS listening test, you now have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Now, when you transfer the answers, now you can check the answers you have written. You can check for singular, plural. You can check for SES or anything like that. You can check for grammatical accuracy. You can check for spelling. For example, when you're rushing and writing something, then if you jot down quickly, you write house, H-O-U-S. E is missing. So maybe there would be a letter that is missing and all that. Now you can write your answers to the answer sheet and use all capital. For answer sheet, listening and reading only, you got to use all capital. This is how you guys can complete your listening test. Okay? And don't leave any blank. Write all 40 answers. If you couldn't catch the answer, read the whole blank 2-3 times and something will click you. Whatever clicks you, sometimes out of collocation, you can write a nice answer. You can write the correct answer. Collocations are a group of words that come together. Many times this happens with me. and with my students also, that just if you know the collocations like an important decision, acquire a language, anything like that, these are the group of words which are used by native speakers together. So with the help of collocations you can guess the answers, guess your answers, but write all 40 answers on your listening answer sheet. Okay, so I'll make a separate video for reading and separate video for writing, otherwise this video is going to be very long. All the best guys, thank you very much. If you have any suggestions how to attempt the test, please comment below. If you have some tips developed by you to attempt the test, please comment this video and others will get benefit from these type of comments. And I recommend you to read the comments of my videos as well. The comments on my videos, they can further guide you. Okay. All the best. We also teach IELTS online all over the world and on campus here in Lahore. If you want to be the part of my online or on campus IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub truly wishes you best of luck. Take care. Allah Hafiz.